Good morning, Coach Cherise here, and I'm just going to do a quick, try to make it quick video on what I do as far as my contacts, so for the people that I know that I want to invite to either clean eating group, challenge group, business opportunity, Shakeology. It's pretty much an invite to this business, to what we have to offer and the gift of health. So I'm not going to show you my actual contacts list just because I try to respect people's privacy, and I would feel really horrible if one of my friends or clients on this list, was a YouTube subscriber and then I have their name blasted, like you have to kind of think about things like that. So what I do though is I will show you, I have a 5-subject notebook, and each section of the notebook is pertains to business for me. And I do have one in my section is a contact section. So what I put on there, and those contacts are going to be people that I'm friending on Facebook. So I go first to my Facebook friends list, my personal page, and I start from the bottom of my friends list. I don't know why I do that. I just do. That's just the way I do it. I go to the bottom and work my way up. And I write all of my friends down on a list in that section of my notebook. Now, I don't invite, the people that I don't put on that contacts list are my coaches, my coach team, my other coaches. I have other Beachbody coaches that are in this business that aren't on my personally sponsored team or my 15 Karat Diamonds team, that I'm friends with. So I don't invite Beachbody coaches. And sometimes I try to make sure I do have a couple coaches, friends who aren't on my team, and then I've gotten friends of theirs have requested me, or I've requested. Some of them are from like some of my free groups that I've done. I try to be mindful about that because I really pride myself on having integrity, and I wouldn't feel really bad if, accidents happen, I am human, but for the most part, I would feel really bad if I went and had a Beachbody coach that I'm friends with that's not on my team or whatever, and then have friended friends of hers or whatever, and then I'm inviting those people to my groups. Because for the most part, if they're already friends with another Beachbody coach, then that's going to be who they're going to be reaching out to. That's going to be on their contacts list. So that's just me personally. Maybe that's not a good way of thinking about it. I don't know. I just don't ever want to steal clients or undermine people or things like that. That's just not good business. That's not the way I live my life. I don't want to be that person. So the people I don't add on my list are current coaches, coaches from other teams that are Beachbody coaches, and I have skipped over guys quite a bit. Now I am starting to just say go for no, who cares? Just go for no. So now I just start at the bottom and make the list. And then also, as I add to my network on Facebook, I go back, if you go under your friends list and it says, mutual friends recently added, that's an awesome tool. So I click on that, and then I put all of those people that I've recently added onto that list. So it's an always growing list of people. If I'm talking to people out and about and I'm, having a conversation with them, farmer's market, Zumba, wherever, or whatever I'm doing, grocery store, I might say, hey, are you on Facebook? I'd love to friend you and continue our conversation. Or, it's very easy. You just have to push your comfort zones a little bit. And most of the time people are like, oh, sure, I'm on Facebook. Yeah. And I'll be like, okay, great. And you can either get your phone out right then and you can add them so you can find them. Sometimes it's hard because there's times where I put in people's names I know is right and I can't find them or whatever. So you can do that, and then you can add those people on your list. Now, a real quick plug, if you are really struggling on figuring out how to add to your contacts list, you need to watch Mary Whitehurst's webinar she did a couple weeks ago. Amazing stuff. I've been implementing a few of the things that she said on there, and just by doing one of the things she said on there, I've grown my network by 43 people this week alone, and today's Friday morning. So I will put the link down in the description box of this video when I get it loaded onto YouTube for you guys, so that you have access to that, because it's an incredible training. She's awesome. She's killing it. She's super, super sweet too. I met her at Summit and she's just an angel. So really go and check that out. So what I do, so once you get your contacts list down, so what I do is I put the date. So today would be 9/26. I invite 5 people a day. So these 5 names are going to be, that's who I'm inviting today. I put them out, and then I always have on my schedule times where then I go into follow-ups on certain days. So then I'm going to go back and I know that I'm going to follow up with these people. So once I invite them, I put a check mark so I know I've invited them. And then once I followed up with them, I put a star so I know I've did a follow-up with them. Now, if someone gets back to me and tells me, sure, I want more information, then I'm going to follow up with them and say, okay, give me your email and I will send you the information. Or if they say, no, I'm too busy, whatever, I keep a list of what, you know, like, oh, they're too busy right now, have too much on their plate, injury, you know, whatever it is, or not interested. And those people you always have so that you can go back to this list and you know, okay, this person wasn't interested 3 months ago or 4 months ago or 6 months ago, so I'm going to make sure I put them on a list so I can go back and ask them. So it's just nice to be organized. I've been doing this for 9 months and I was really struggling to be organized. It's not my best thing. I'm getting a lot better at it, and I realized that working from a schedule, working from a list, having organization is so much easier. Is so much easier. I don't feel like I'm a total scatterbrain all day, like what do I have to do, and running around like a chicken with no brains or something. So really have to get good about doing stuff. And also because I was finding that I would go and I was kind of willy-nillying it, and then I would go to add people or ask people, and I'd already talked to them like a week ago or 2 weeks ago and they said no, and then and then it happened a couple times where I was inviting people that they'd already responded back to me, or I'd follow up with people who already responded back to me, and then it makes me look like an ass. So, you want to be professional or people aren't going to take you seriously. So just a little tip for you. So, and another reason why I do this is because when I didn't have a list and work from a list, I would go to, every morning I would wake up and I would sit down on my computer and I would go to my friends list and I would spend too much time thinking about who I wanted to invite. I would look at the names, I would look at my friends, and I would be like, oh, I didn't know them very well in high school, or they were a couple years older than me, or they come from an affluent family, and they probably don't want to do this. I mean, I just spent too much time thinking about it, and that's when you spend too much time thinking about anything, that's when you get the doubts, and that's when the fear creeps in, and all that stuff. So it's just easier for me to know. Inviting is my frog. If you've read Eat That Frog, if you haven't, you need to read that book. It's a really great book. So my frog is the invite. So it's so much easier for me to go to my list every single morning. I open it up. I know what day it is. I know these are the 5 people I'm inviting. I have templates for the invitations. I, pretty much for the most part, copy and paste, add in a, hey, how are you doing? I hope your day's great. How's fall treating you? Whatever. Boom, send them an invite. It's done. It takes literally 5 minutes or less to get my 5 invites out. If I know I'm starting to implement this, if I know there's a day where I'm going to be out of town or I'm going to be busy, I'm going to add more invites during the week to make up for those 5 invites that I'm not going to do that day. Like on Sundays, I really try to not have to do my invites or follow-ups or anything on Sunday. I check into my groups all the time doing my PD and stuff, but that just gives me time on Sunday to spend with my family, to be present and with my family, present in my life right now, what I'm doing, do my gardening, read a book if I want, sit and watch a movie, just have downtime. I need to have downtime. Everyone needs that to recharge your batteries. A lot of times in the summer, we're out on the lake, we want to camp, picnic, all that kind of stuff. So that's another tip for you. So if you know there's a day you're not going to be able to get to your invites, or there's a day that it's a work day and it gets away from you, then the next day okay, I'm going to have to make up for the day yesterday that I missed, so I'm going to have to do 10 today, or whatever your invites are. I do 5 a day. You can do 100 if you want to. Go to town. What else? I think that's pretty much it as far as the invites go, the contacts list and how I do that. So anyway, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. Try to keep this video as short as possible. Sorry if I talk really fast, but this is really hard for me because I really am trying to really remain focused on my topic and be censored, because I can get off and ramble on and it'll be like an hour later and y'all will be like delete and snooze. So I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember that your day is what you make it. Your thoughts are things, and positivity really goes a long way in helping you, not only just mentally but also physically. And you can learn better and retain more knowledge when you have a better outlook and a more positive outlook on life. I'm reading a book right now called The Happiness Advantage. It's all scientifically based, and it's really quite interesting. So if you want to learn how to be more positive in your life and how to stay healthy and learn better and retain knowledge better, then I recommend this book. It's by Shawn Achor, Achor, and it's called The Happiness Advantage. I got it from my local library here in Spokane. So read it. It's a good one. Bye.